Greetings, my great viewer. We catch up again. This is the part two of the emotional intelligence. Yes, last time we learned about what is all this, the emotional intelligence. We were able to see that it is in parts, and we focused more on the self-awareness part. Yes, today we are glad that Millicent has still joined us again. And as I highlighted, Millicent has 10 years experience in as a counselor, as a trainer, as a writer, and she's also a mother and a wife. And her area of specialization is marital and relationship counseling. Yes, when we learn emotional intelligence, we get better and quality relationships. And for us to live an abundant life, emotional intelligence is a key thing and a key skill that we really need to learn. Welcome again, Vincent, and pick from where we stopped. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and welcome all our listeners as we continue on part two of our self-awareness journey. Remember, we said that emotional intelligence requires us to be self-aware, And we looked during the tail end of the last video, we were able to go through improving self-awareness, and we saw that you needed to know yourself first. Are you able to know your thoughts and your feelings? Are you able to watch your emotions like a hawk? Are you able to track your thoughts and emotions even in a difficult situation? Remember, I used that example of there are moments that we say that, it's like as if I was seeing myself, having an out-of-body experience, kind of, you're looking at yourself and you're wondering, hey, who is this person talking? So that is the most important thing to do. Are you able to actually be, separate yourself from your emotions, even in a very heated moment, and just control what you're feeling and what you're thinking, so that you can be able to handle the situation better. So that is what we were looking at last time. How do we improve our own self-awareness? Are you a good person who receives feedback? Are you able to receive feedback from other people? And that is what we call using paired sharing. Am I able to ask mother for genuine feedback on myself? Am I able to receive criticism, with my head held high, without feeling like as if mother wants to put me down? I'm just using her as an example. But how well do you take criticism? That is quite important. All right. And then, are you able to take full responsibility of your own actions? If you can be able to do that every single time, when you're interacting with yourself and even with other people, then you are better able to also control the way you feel and think about certain situations. So I want us to move ahead. And we said that among the 4 domains of emotional intelligence one is self-awareness, and we've looked at that. And now, after you have become self-aware, are you able to use that awareness to manage yourself? And Plato said that the first and best victory is to conquer self. And this is the hardest part of any human being's existence. Are you able to conquer yourself? Because at times we are the greatest hindrance to ourselves. Okay? So when you use your own awareness, when you have become aware, you use that information that you gathered about yourself, whether good or bad, okay? Then it is important for you to stay flexible and positively direct your behavior. The whole goal of emotional intelligence is the behavior we choose to engage in after we have become aware of our own emotions and other people's emotions. We should use that information to manage ourselves, to manage our reactions, to manage our actions. So managing your emotional reactions to all situations and people is critical. It's critical. If you can be able to have, what we call self-control, and this is what Plato was talking about. Can you be able to conquer yourself? Can you be able to control yourself even when the situation warrants you to act abnormally, okay, or to overreact? Are you able in those circumstances to, maintain a rational, a sense or thoughts around you, despite the situations being so irrational? Okay, I'll give you a good example. When people are caught in a crisis, let's say they are caught up in a crisis where their life is threatened, people normally react in two ways. You'll either see one person become extremely calm and able to handle the situation, and the other person being totally helpless in that situation and not being able to even help themselves to get out of that situation or try and get themselves out of a dangerous situation. This shows that these two people are very different in terms of their emotional intelligence. One person knows and has mastered the ability to be able to control their thoughts and emotions, even in a situation that would warrant them to be, scared and act irrationally, or they would maybe, for example, even if it's not a dangerous situation, probably you find yourself in a situation that warrants you to, throw a punch or two, at someone because they're really pushing you to the wall. But that person is able to really be calm and gather themselves and just choose to, to be very amicable in solving this situation or problem. But the other person, they will just start throwing punches at this other person, and that is the way they have chosen to react to their own emotions, to their own thoughts, to their own feelings. And that would show that this person is not emotionally intelligent and is not able, they're not even aware of their own emotions. They're not even able now even to manage their own emotions. So remember that the first thing and the best victory ever in life is to conquer oneself. So as we have spoken, there are things we call emotional triggers. There are those situations that would cause you to blow an emotional gasket. Maybe it's a situation in the office and somebody has really been getting on your nerves and you're just feeling like you're just about to tip over the edge, That is, you're about to just blow an emotional fit on somebody. Maybe it's a boss, maybe it's a colleague. You're just about to just go, overboard. So there are many, many issues and situations that would push us to this point in life. So many. But how will you handle those situations? The way you handle them will determine whether you are emotionally intelligent or not, whether you are self-aware or not. So what are the emotional red flags and breakdowns that we should really be looking out for that would push us to this point? Okay. One would look at angry tirades, going off on somebody, just being so angry and talking and talking and talking. And the things you're talking are really very hurtful. And in a different environment, probably you'd never say those things. In a different situation, you'd really never say those things, but you just go off on an angry tirade. There's door slamming. Some people send email letter bombs. Some people use sarcasm and inappropriate humor. Others withdraw and isolate themselves. Others end up holding grudges and getting even. And other people employ passive-aggressive behavior. So the way you choose to handle all these situations will determine how well you manage yourself or how aware are you of yourself as a person. So if you can be able to self-manage all these situations, then you will definitely be able to say that you are now becoming emotionally intelligent. Once you become emotionally intelligent, okay, you're you're aware of yourself, you're able to control your reactions, and you're able to conduct yourself appropriately, even in sticky situations. Then the next thing is for us to become socially aware. And there's a person who said that it's better to resolve to be tender with the young, compassionate with the aged, be sympathetic with the striving, and tolerant with the weak and wrong. Sometimes in your life, you will have been all of these things at one time or the other. So being socially aware, are you able to pick up on other people's emotions? What are they really feeling? What are they, and this is accurately picking up the emotions. Somebody might be showing a straight face, but inwardly they are crying. Are you able to accurately pick up on the right emotions at that point? Are you able to really understand, based on their emotions, what they are really going through or what is really going on around them? Are you able to accurately understand what they are thinking and feeling, even if you do not feel the same way? And this calls for us to be appreciative, compassionate on other people. Because there are many times that we end up, like we are trying to force people to feel the way we feel. We assume that they should be feeling the way we are feeling, but in reality, we are also different. And each person is going through their own journey, through their own challenges, through their own season. And are you able to accurately pick on their emotions, their feelings in that season or in that moment? And when you're able to socially be aware of other people's emotions or what is happening around you, then you can be able to acquire empathy. And this is the ability to see the world from another person's point of view, to identify and understand another's situations or situation, how they are feeling, and the motives that are driving them. For example, somebody might be angry, might be shouting at the top of their voice, or they're just breaking down and they're crying. What is the motive behind this behavior? What is the motive behind this behavior? Are you able to empathize with them? To just tell them, I know how you're feeling, at this moment. Because at some point in your life, probably you've been down that road also. And that gives you or informs you better and makes you understand better what the other person might be going through. So social awareness requires our empathy. And so how do we improve our social awareness? How do we improve the way we are aware of other people around us? So you need to spend extra time observing, asking, and listening. And observing, we observe with our eyes. Asking, we open our mouths and kindly ask, what are you going through? What is going on? Are you okay? And listening, and this is active listening, listening or seeing with your ears. You're listening to the emotions, to the feelings of this person. When you're with this person, you need to maintain eye contact. Give the speaker your full attention. Play back what they're telling you and summarize for them. Okay, summarizing means, so you said, for example, so you said that you're feeling angry. Why are you angry? Okay. Try working on wearing their shoes for a minute. And also suspend your judgment. Human beings are very judgmental. Before we know what is happening, we've already filled in the blanks. I'll give you a scenario where you're walking in town and you see people running. And one lady is crying, holding, her dress has been torn. So maybe at that moment we'll say that this lady, maybe somebody tried to mug her. Maybe that would be the obvious judgment that would pass. Or somebody has beaten her up. But what if this lady was the thief? What if this lady was the thief? What if this lady was the aggressor? So it's important for us to suspend judgment until we really know what is really going on. Because when we run quickly to judge wrongly, then we are prone to end up doing or taking actions that are also wrong and inappropriate for that situation. Are you able to read the body language of somebody else? Maybe they are downcast, they are looking down, they're not talking. What is that telling you about them? Are you able to even decipher their emotions in their tone, the speech? When they are talking, can you be able to hear their tone and be able to say that this person might be feeling excited, angry, scared, sad, tender? or they're happy. So listening with our ears, listening with our eyes, listening with even our mouths. And this is the way to improve social awareness, because you are engaging in finding out and drawing closer to the other person. When you are socially aware, you're able to manage relationships, because you are able to accurately also manage your own emotions and the way you react to the other person's emotions. And this ensures that you have a clear communication and you're able to handle conflict effectively. All right? So, for example, there's a picture in front of your screen of a man. If you were to see that as you're driving along, what would cross your mind? You know, either that person is in trouble, or that man is mad. They are, they're just running, wild. They need to see a doctor. Okay? Or they're just trying to scare you. All these are thoughts that would cross our minds. But what exactly is it? So if this person you wanted to interact with this person, how would you interact with them? Assuming it's one of the three above examples or thoughts that we are having, how would you respond to this person? So the way you interact, the way you manage, it's quite critical and it's important. The way you handle your own emotions at that moment in time. So probably you'd run away from this man. Probably you'd act scared, or you'd confront them and ask them to stop being silly. But what if this man was actually saying, I'm in trouble? Would you have prejudged way too quickly? So our emotions, if we are aware of our own emotions and we manage ourselves appropriately, we will be able to also manage the relationships around us. Manage relationships with colleagues, manage relationships with family members, manage relationships in different settings in society. So how do we improve relationship management? Number one, we seek to build high quality and high trusting relationships. How much do you trust the people around you? Are you high in trust or low in trust? Also try to discover what role emotions are playing in your interactions with others. Are you an emotional thinker, an emotional communicator, The moment you're in an emotional situation, you react depending on what you're feeling at that moment. So it's important for you to discover the role your emotions have in the way you behave or interact with other people. And that will also maybe inform you a lot on the way other people also respond towards you. If you sense tension or other emotional reactions in a person's body language or speech, maybe it's important to ask questions to seek, to understand what is going on. Why are they tensed? Maybe it is me or you as an individual who's causing them to be tense, or it's the situation they're finding themselves in. Maybe it's not even you as a person. Because if you do not, you'll end up judging incorrectly and reacting inappropriately. So be quick to settle disputes, differences of opinion, and misunderstanding. This is always better. Peace is always better. All right? So don't hold out a grudge. And probably it's because we all reacted in an emotional moment or way at that moment in time. So there's a process of emotional intelligence, acquiring this emotional intelligence. And this is something you practice over time. And one, we need to acknowledge our emotions. And we have talked about this. Are you able to acknowledge that I'm feeling angry right now? I'm feeling frustrated right now. I'm feeling happy right now. Are you able to acknowledge those emotions accurately? You need to differentiate and analyze the emotions. Why am I feeling this way right now? When I meet this person, I'm always happy. When I meet this other person, I am always tense. Are you able to differentiate the emotions and analyze why those emotions are there? Also accept and appreciate your emotions. As volatile as they may be, appreciate them and accept them as their own as you work towards becoming a master over them. Reflect on your emotions and their origin, because emotions are triggered by things that are happening around you. Are you able to accurately reflect on where did this emotion come from? Why am I feeling frustrated? Why am I feeling excited? Why am I feeling angry right now? You know? And then are you able to handle your emotions appropriately for each situation? And are you able to also handle the emotions of others, because we have no control of how other people control their emotions. So you're only in control of your own emotions. And so when they come off on you or they rub off on you the wrong way, are you able to handle those emotions of other people as raw as they are? And this takes practice, but at the end, you're going to walk in abundance of emotional intelligence. And so this brings us to the end of our input on emotional intelligence, because this is just about managing our emotions, being a master over them, because they may make or break many things in our lives. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Millicent. Those are heavy lessons, lessons that will ensure we shall walk in abundance, we shall walk in emotionally intelligent, and we'll be able not to handle those who are older than us, those who are our peers, and those who are, who are lower than us, or even those who are younger than us. This is so awesome. Millicent, I'm sure my viewer is wondering, where can I get Millicent? How can I be able to access her so that she can, teach me one-on-one so that it can get to my heart and my soul? Yeah, let us know where we can get you, Millicent.
Okay, so Millicent can be found at Nawiri Counseling Center, Old Mutual Building, second floor, room 218E. And you can always call me on 0728 121 303. To reach out, probably you just need somebody to talk to, just to learn about how to better manage your emotions. As you heard, I'm also a counselor, a marriage therapist, and a relationship therapist. You can always reach out to me. We also do substance use or drug addiction counseling, child therapy. We have a team of child therapists, experts at that. Anything that requires counseling, we can be able to offer. We also offer trainings to our corporate clients on different issues. So organizational psychology is one of also our core businesses. So thank you so much, Martha, for giving me this opportunity.
Welcome again, my viewer, and thank you so much, Millicent. We really don't know how much to say thank you. This one is solely feeling the lessons will enable us, work in emotional intelligence. I will look forward to hosting you again, depending on how my viewers let me know on the comment section. We'll be able to host you again very soon. Thank you so much again. Thank you. And for those who have not subscribed to Abundance Fast Lane, yes, subscribe to get many more of these lessons and we'll be able to work together in abundance. Thank you and welcome again.